Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing? Lulu Brown, you are here for a live. Glad to have you here. What a magical 48 hours we have had. It was worth the wait. Let me tell you that it's a 10 out of 10. Loved absolutely everything about it from me. Let's start there. I'm actually glad I gave it a day to just like absorb everything, get everything together. We've got more details, Meghan on the Barrymore show. I'm glad I actually gave it a day. It can be very tempting when you have a platform like this to just get everything out as fast as you can, get it. But I feel like I have so much more to say today, not just about the show, but about just how the show has made me feel and impacted me actually. And I think a lot of people, the reaction is from the right people. Because there's mixed reactions as we know, but we don't care about the haters. We're not focused on them today. The message of this show reached who it was meant to reach. I can say that for me, at this part of my womanhood where I'm trying to lean more into my femininity, trying to walk in the world in a way that's more graceful and elegant and womanly. This show really spoke to me for that reason. And I found it very, very inspiring. And I would absolutely love to know what you thought about it. So please give me your feedback in the comment section. Lulu, you're gearing up for a cyclone. Lulu, do you live in Australia by any chance? Is that why you're saying it's rare that you catch a show? Because I follow Bali's like one of my favorite locations on the planet, and I follow a lot of pages that have Bali news, and they had really really bad rain and weather, and they were like, "Oh, it's because of a cyclone coming over from the Australian side." So, are you having another one? Is that where you're based? Heather, you're on your second watch. Well, I watched it at like an increased speed so I could get through a little bit faster, but I'm definitely gonna watch it again. Also, I will provide y'all with a link to the page that I think Netflix has set up where you can get all of the recipes. So you don't be out here struggling trying to write down all of the recipes because I believe Netflix actually set up a page for that. Okay. So I will get that for you. See what you all are saying. Um, yeah, Megan was learning while she was teaching. I think we were all learning some great. It's also just me to start looking at other recipes and other cool DIY things that you can do around the house, just to spruce up your place. You really actually don't have to do a lot to add some joy to your house, you know. New lick of paint, you can go to the thrift store to get some new furniture pieces, some furnishings. Cinderella, you'd love some of the recipes. I mean, I'm definitely looking to try them all. Yes, the pot pasta dish. I found that one quite interesting because I was like, isn't the pasta going to be a bit starchy? But it's the starchiness that kind of adds to the creaminess of it. I need that recipe for the Asian fried chicken. Yes. I also want to try the fish. And yes, the Korean fried chicken, the brine especially. I've been looking for the perfect brine recipe for my chicken for the longest time, and I feel like that may have been the one. I've never tried using beer to brine the chicken, but I can see how it would tenderize it. Yes, the honey lemon cake. I want to do that as well. I want to do all the things. Yes, the series. The way it was filmed was so sophisticated. Like it made me feel like this is what I need to be doing as an adult. Like having my friends over and just cooking. Oh, okay, let's get to it. First things first, top 10 globally. Is it all the countries that it got into the top 10? Incredible. Top 10 in 47 countries. Bravo. I mean, number 9 in Ecuador, number 9 in Lebanon, number 9 in the Maldives, in Finland, in Germany, Poland, Luxembourg, Jamaica. I mean, Meghan literally did a royal tour on Netflix. Slovakia, Serbia, Denmark, Trini, number 5 in Trini, Latvia, number 5, Estonia, Cyprus. Let me also just say that there was actually a lot of competition this week for number 1. The Gabby Petito documentary, that's pretty much been at number 1. A case that I think is very much at the front of people's minds because of the conversations we're having around violence against women and victims of abuse. Also, series like Love is Blind that have that are like on their 8th season. So Meghan did have a lot of competition this week. So top 10, very impressive. So bravo. Here are the episodes. So I'm not going to go into every single one of them in detail because I don't want to ruin it for anybody who hasn't watched it. But I will go over what some of my favorite moments were. My favorite episode actually was episode 1. And that was the one with Daniel. And the reason I absolutely loved that episode was because of the keepsakes that they made for guests. And just introducing the whole idea of making, I mean, it ran throughout the entire show, but just this idea of creating special moments and thoughtful things for people when they come into your home, and just making your home just a sanctuary of joy and love. Home isn't just a place where you go to sleep at night, a place where you live. It should really be a sanctuary of joy and all of the small things that you can do to make it that. But I really love that, idea of making a small like gift basket for your guests. That it's definitely something that I will be doing in the future. And it can just be like such a small thing, like it was just like I've got a picture of it here in the top corner of, the popcorn and the crispy cracker things, little flowers, and putting it in a nice tray. She made the bath salts. I definitely want to try making the bath salts. All the little details that they added. The episode of Mindy Kaling, where they made the rainbow fruit platter. I thought that was very cute. You can make a smaller one, and just something like that, like a rainbow fruit platter. You can make that just in the morning when you're making, your fruits and yogurt, just making something like prettifying something for yourself. I do think that's a form of self-care. I love the ladybug, and I will now be calling it a ladybug because it makes so much more sense to call it a ladybug. Not a ladybird. The ladybug, the little like bread things that they made where they turned the tomatoes and the olives into a ladybug. That was very, very cute. The fish, you can see that was actually cooked in. They used this method where they covered it in salt that I've never seen before. So I'm definitely going to be looking at the recipe and trying that. The donuts. Oh my god! So one of the first things I actually want to try is the donuts. I've never tried oven baked donuts, and I think that's probably a lot easier. And my new favorite thing is edible flour sprinkles. Meghan seems to really love those, and I can see why, because they just like prettify everything. Edible flour sprinkles are now my new favorite thing. I don't know if I can even wait for the as ever flour sprinkles, and they're going to be part of the range, by the way. flower sprinkles are going to be part of the range. I don't know if I can wait for them to come out because it will probably be out in the US first before they expand distribution. I will be finding myself some edible flower sprinkles. So those were like my favorite things from this series, just getting like new ideas and feeling inspired. I feel like it's not just what was in the show. I feel inspired to find so many other new recipes and actually find more joy in cooking. And I felt that even when I saw the trailer, and I think so many other people felt that as well. Because look at, where is it now? Look at this. People have been posting. This lady went and made a whole strawberry cake. Zandy Sussex here making the ladybug little bread nibbles. This other lady saying that she actually buys fresh flowers for her house. She buys them in bulk and she creates vases for different rooms. This lady here showing her fruit platter. This other lady here showing her essential oils. I actually did one of the other things that we saw was beekeeping. I actually did a beekeeping experience about 5 years ago in Lisbon. It's a really fun thing to do, by the way, if you've never done it. No, I promise you it's not scary. Bees typically don't actually sting. Those are wasps. And that's one of the things that I learnt. And you actually learn a lot about bees and their role in the food cycle. And one of the things that Meghan said in the series is the appreciation that she has for the whole process of honey making now. And you really do get a sense of that if you've ever done beekeeping before. You can go and do it as a day experience. You don't have to go all out and actually keep bees. It's not easy. But I definitely recommend it. That was one of the funnest things that I ever did. And actually, if you go to my travel channel and the Nomad, you can actually watch the whole video. I explain quite a lot, and so does the beekeeper in the video explains quite a lot. If you want to learn more about what I'm holding there, and you saw it in the series as well, that's called a smoker, and they put that in the hive to get the bees out. So yeah, that was that. I really enjoyed watching the beekeeping, like having actually done it before. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Gosh, what else did I watch? There's actually just so much to talk about. I don't even know where to go first. Oh, visuals. The visuals for this. Wow. Camera crew, cinematographers, the lighting crew, location scouts, you all did your jobs. You are owed those paychecks because it all just looked so lush and glorious. Obviously like Santa Barbara, Montecito, like the vibe there, especially when you're on these estates, that's just the look. It has that kind of just gorgeous florals, citrus fruits, greenery, the mountains in the background. Like it's just a perfect place to shoot something like this. Now I think we did get to see a couple of shots in Meghan's garden, but otherwise it was shot in a different house. Meghan does mention this. And I just love the way the series flowed. You saw her with different people, with Daniel, her makeup artist, and Mindy Kaling, with Abigail Spencer, with Kelly, with I forget her name, but I think it's one of the founders of the Godmother bookstore, with Miss Tracy, I forget her name. I think it's Robbins. Entrepreneur and also wife of I think one of the Paramount CEOs. So it was great to just like see Meghan with her friends and get a sense of what her day-to-day life is away from the royal madness and what it is now. I think it's really just her. I get the sense that this was actually just her life before she married into the unroyal mafia. And it's really just a continuation as ever, as it's always been, back to her sense of freedom and back to what she knew, with people surrounding her who love and support her. Oh, my second favorite episode, actually, second only to the first one, was the last one, where they have the brunch and you see Harry momentarily, you see Mama Doria, and her other friends and supporters. This beautiful spread. It really just it really just wants to inspires you to want to get back into home. I don't know who could watch this and not feel inspired, to be honest. You've just got to be so salty and miserable. Uh, anyway, before I continue, let me say some thank yous and read some comments. Thank you so much, Kat Harlem, for being a member for 31 months. You received your keychain. Yay! I'm so happy. More people receiving their Squaddy Hooks items. Please continue to buy and support. I think we've raised about $65 so far. Joan Garcia, thank you for being a member for 17 months. I think with Love Meghan will grow more. I think it would. I would love like a series 2, maybe where she could travel around the US, meeting different chefs, and then like series 3, we can go global. By the time we get to series 3, Lillian Arch will be a bit bigger. We can go global. We can go full Anthony Bourdain. I'm just dreaming, folks, but please just let me dream. Like, why not? Traveling the world, you know, and getting recipes from the grannies of the world, because we know that Granny does the best recipes. Like, would love it. Would love to see it. Carol Lund, thank you for being a member for 28 months. No, thank you for showing up also. Thank you all for showing up also. You are also much appreciated. And yes, Kat Harlem, as Rahini said, please do email us some pics. If you do, by the way, if you send us your things, please do, and in the pictures, if your face is showing, please do specify whether or not you actually want your face to be shown or blurred out, or blur it out yourself, or maybe take some pictures like where we can't actually see the front of the face if you don't want your face shown. But please just do specify that, because I don't want to post, anyone's pictures of their faces if they're not comfortable with that. But thank you, all of you who have bought Squaddy Hooks items so far, and please continue to buy. Okay, so Carlene, you said learned some valuable lessons. Me mouth no stop run water while watching because of the food. Oh my god. I mean, it was really mouth-watering. I went straight to a cafe to order some pancakes because I couldn't be bothered to actually make any. But the As Ever product line, which I'm gonna get to in a second, does actually have a crepe mix. I love that it's specifically a crepe mix, because crepe mix has to be a lot more lighter and fluffier. It can be really difficult to get consistency for crepe. See what else you're saying. Kat Harlem, I plan on purchasing the honey with the honeycomb. I hope the cookware will be available to purchase. Yes. Oh, that's another thing that I actually didn't learn this on the beekeeping day. I think it's one of the things that they just happened to miss. But the wax from the bees, if you use that to make candles, it actually purifies the air. So I do like making candles, and I think I will definitely look for beeswax now. I'm assuming it's probably a lot more expensive than soy. But yeah, hot tip. Burning pure beeswax candles helps to purify the air, and it gives it a nice, that soft honey smell. Amazon sells spring flower sprinkles. Yes, I have seen them. Rhonda, am I the only one that didn't know edible flowers were a thing? I want to try them. I knew they were a thing because if you've ever been to one of these overpriced Insta cafes, they tend to put edible flowers on everything. I just never thought to use it for cooking myself. And you can literally sprinkle it on anything to like add some color. Sprinkle them on your cocktail, sprinkle them on your food, sprinkle them on your desserts. Lulu, you said I always have fresh flowers in most rooms. My garden are due for a garden club this week. May not be recognizable after tomorrow. Yeah, and one of the other tips that Meghan gave us was, putting them like in some kind of vase that isn't clear, which is a really good idea because, like the water goes all dirty and mucky. Yeah, Rahini, if the bees die out, we starve. Yeah, exactly, lady. You can decorate like this just by going to Home Goods, or you don't even have to go to Home Goods or IKEA. You can literally just go to a thrift store. Like the charity shops down my road have all types of cute little things. Should I do like a whole podcast on like top 10 things you can do to just spruce up your house? Literally, like even just giving your walls a fresh lick of paint will change a room. Fresh lick of paint, declutter, new cushion covers, a rug, new curtains, a bit of artwork on the wall. Like you can literally turn a whole room around in less than $100. Like this is not about having the most expensive art pieces or having a mansion. It's about taking the space that you have and creating joy. You know, I was raised a working class girl. We lived in a council flat when I was young before we moved to a much bigger place in my teens. And even then, like I was taught in my house how to set the table, how to keep the house clean, how to keep the garden. We grew vegetables in the garden. Class and grace and homemaking does not have an income bracket because you can't buy any of those things. You can um e- even if you have money to buy the most expensive tea, it doesn't mean that you have a sense of class. The person who buys Tesco's home brand 42 pence tea can still have more class than the person that can buy the most expensive. Dear haters who keep saying that none of this is relatable, it's really interesting to see who actually can relate to this and who's getting something out of this and who's complaining and whining. I would like them to explain to me how rolling around in a gold carriage and having a 250 million pound coronation in the middle of a cost of living crisis is relatable then. Explain that to me. Don't be ridiculous. Fatimata, you said it's beautiful. That's why the haters are working hard to make sure people don't watch the show because they know that if they watch it, they will love it. I mean, the haters have been watching it themselves. Right, let's get to as ever. So we got our first as ever email. We've also actually been sent our second. Now let me know in the comment section before I continue. We're probably going to be getting these emails on a weekly basis now. Do you want me to read every email in a podcast? Do you want me to do maybe like a separate mini pod where I just quickly read the email? Let me know. I don't know how often we'll get emails. If you want me to read all of them, maybe read ones that are of a little bit more importance because a lot of them will likely be sales emails. You let me know in the comment section. But since this is the first, I will read this one. Make sure to also check your junk mail because this actually went to my junk mail first. So I had to change the settings. So welcome to the joy, dear friend. I'm so happy to have you join me on this adventure. Some of you will remember receiving newsletters similar to this one back in 2014 when I founded the TIG. Though much has changed since then, so much has stayed the same. I still dance in my kitchen, experiment with recipes, get my hands dirty in the garden, laugh with friends over too many glasses of wine, and pivot from going out in a date night worthy dress to being cozy at home in sweats and a baseball cap. And on that note, it's not lost on me that I've worn a lot of hats in my life, pun intended. But as with the ethos of this brand name, I know that in so many ways like all of us remain as we've always been. And what as ever means is as it's always been, the same as always. With as ever, I trust you'll feel this in every beat of what we've created is a line of products designed to make your everyday moments memories to turn a basic breakfast into a beautiful snapshot of your life and to be kind to yourself and create a space for grace when it doesn't all go according to plan. For me, it all started with jars of preserves I was canning with fruit I picked from my garden. And by the way, like a lot of these things are things that you can actually just do for yourself. I'm sure we'll all be clamoring to buy the as ever products when they come out, but I mean things like jam preserves, you can make those. and make that special moment yourself. It began while quite literally with something sweet, and though every twist and turn as a founder, it has become something even sweeter. They say you have to break a lot of eggs to make an omelette, and that is true. Sometimes they fall, sometimes they crack, and sometimes you don't have enough eggs at all. But I will tell you this much: no matter how many eggs may break in the process, you can still end up with a pretty great omelette. Sometimes even better than you expected. There is so much more coming, and I can't wait to share it with you. Follow along as ever, and Meghan. Yay! So, this is the range. Let me show it to you. So they retail for about $25 each, which is about the price range that I predicted. Actually, I did say I didn't think this was going to be like super cheap because I'm so sure that they're using great quality ingredients. This is what I would say is medium premium. So it's good quality but affordable, without being too far out of a price range for most people. So there was some kind of glitch on the site. Um, I think somebody managed to access the server before it went like live. But it was showing on the glitch about $25 for each item. So for this range, so far, you've got the herbal peppermint tea. I'm going to get that. Herbal lemon and ginger tea. Crepe mix. I'm getting that. Shortbread cookies with flour sprinkles. The flour sprinkles. I'm getting that. The herbal hibiscus tea. I'm getting that. The limited edition wildflower honey with honey cube. I'm getting that. And the raspberry spread. I'm going to get that. So pretty much everything I'm getting the first time except for the lemon ginger tea. Tell me what you're getting, and also tell me what you think that she should do next. I think that she should do jasmine tea. I'd love jasmine tea, some kind of rhubarb preserve. She did mention that she really liked apple preserve, so probably apple preserve, apricot, peanut butter. I see that coming. I'd also love some kitchen utensils, so things like aprons, oven mitts, like kitchen organizational stuff. I'd love that. Maybe they could go into like savory preserves. So the 8 products featured in the As Ever debut collection was personally developed by Meghan herself over the course of the past year, with the products drawing on her years of home cooking and entertaining. The brand will offer new products and collections seasonally. So we'll probably get things like, Christmas specials, autumn special, fall stuff, limited edition collection, stuff like that. She sent this to Claire Keller, who designed her dress. This is the keepsake one, which is gorgeous. So this is the type of thing, classy gift that you could give to a friend. Lovely. I see a lot of people getting As Ever stuff for Christmas. What else? Oh, somebody posted this. These are old emails from the TIG. Look at that. 10 years ago. Feels like home has finally reached my inbox again. So somebody actually still had these in their inbox from 10 years ago, which is amazing. And Meghan actually showed up for a lot of her original TIG readers, sorry, not viewers. So she actually made a surprise visit to New York, and along with Netflix, had a private screening for some of the OG followers of the TIG. And back then, she actually used to message people directly. So they actually got in contact with these girls, which I think is so sweet. That is so sweet, like the OGs. And some lovely pictures. And of course, the wine that inspired the name of the TIG, Tiganello. So cute. I'm so happy for these girls that they actually got this opportunity. Harry also sent these ahead of time. A note from Archie and Lily. She also visited Doris Dynam while she was in New York, feminist icon. And Dynam's also she did an interview with Meghan, and last time Meghan was in one of the times Meghan was in New York, we saw them together. I think they'd gone out for lunch. Um, what? Gosh, there's so much to get through. Okay, I'll go to your comments and then we will get on to Meghan on the Drew Barrymore show because she also filmed an episode while she was in New York. Marcia, you want to get the limited wildflower honey? So do I. Next should be the peach thing she put in Mindy's drink. Oh, the peach puree? Yes. I think peach puree would be a great idea. And Louis, she said, the items are out in spring. Do you need to pre-order? No. I don't think you can pre-order. I think they'll just go live. My feeling is that they will probably be available in the US and Canada first, before wider distribution. Yes, cooking and baking recipe books, tablecloths and serviettes. Bring it all on. Joan Garcia, you said, I make crepes often and I want her crepe mix. So do I. Candace ever said my gifts of Nacho? You better leave Nacho alone. Oh, don't forget the link for the recipes. Okay, let me actually love Meghan recipes. I'll repost it in the community tab as well. But I believe this is is this the one? Yeah, this is the full. So this is the one from Netflix, but you can actually just go online and like get different versions of the recipes. But this is the official one from Netflix. Yeah, you can see all those items in the gift basket, right? Great branding. Yes, that was Oddly that wrote the note, the flowers. Very cute. Benjamin, hi Benjamin. I like that Meghan is mentioning Tig. That's an excellent way to gracefully reply back to critics' haters who foolishly claim she was nobody before Harry. Yes, I love that she's like brought so much of the Tig to this. Even in the show, like that's one of the really interesting things was, getting to know about, the people that she's actually been friends with for the longest. Her and Daniel talk about the beginnings of their both working relationship and friendship, who was with her basically from the Suits days. Also the founder of Toucher Cosmetics, I didn't actually know that her and Meghan had been friends from the Tig days. She actually interviewed her in the Tig days. And Tatcha is now like the cosmetics brand for all the girlies. They love it. They absolutely love it. It's really blown up the last couple of years. So she's really aligned herself with some incredible people. Yes, Drew Barrymore has had a very successful talk show, and actually, I feel like Drew's vibe. If you've ever go and check out some of her other clips as well when she's talking to people, Drew is just such a sweet soul. I feel like because she's been through so much in her life, she's someone that really knows how to create a safe space for someone. And so I'm not actually surprised of all the shows that film in New York, and there's quite a few, Jennifer Hudson, a whole bunch of others. I'm not surprised that she actually picked Drew. I think Drew was a perfect pick. Let me post the link again so y'all have it. I will post it on the community tab as well. Okay. Yeah, so let's get on the show, onto the show with Drew. Full episode isn't out yet, but we do have some previews, and Drew asked her, you know, about the show and about life. And Meghan told Drew that her children, Archie and Lilibet, have started to pick up their father's accent. She said, "Okay, what's your favorite thing that you see in your kids that you go, oh, that's their dad?" Barrymore asked Meghan. Meghan responded, "Oh, some of the words that they still say with a British accent, like they'll say zebra. Um, I think it's meant to be zebra. I think we say zebra." And what else do they say? They have these little moments where it comes out, and because they have very American accents, but they say words that are just like him, and I think it's adorable. So cute. One of the things that I've come to realize is that I think a lot of people, they never really fully self-actualize. They never really get to a point in their life where they feel confident and happy with themselves. And there's something about seeing a very confident, happy, joyful person that just is really triggering, I think. I think, misery loves company, but also dysfunction and sadness is triggered by happiness and peace. Dysfunction and sadness is triggered by happiness and peace. This is why you have to be so careful who you allow into your life. I've learned this lesson the hard way. And I'm actually learning a lot about people in the way that uh, people react to Meghan. Just this strange, unnecessary vitriol where it's like they're all, because of the way that they have been propagandized and brainwashed to dislike this woman, is like everything she does warrants criticism. Everything she does is fake. Everything she does is like they can't relate to it because they're looking for something. But I think if you're someone that just lives in joy anyway, it's totally relatable. And all you see is a woman that's just building her business, loving her husband and being loved on by her husband, loves her children, loves her friends. Like, I don't know why those aren't things that you are just aspiring to have yourself. And instead of feeling jealous about it because somebody else has it, why don't you work on yourself so that you can have it too? Very strange. Um, and you said, "I love how you can put fruit pieces or flowers in the ice cubes." Love that too. Will definitely be. Oh my god! Do you know what? Now that you've said that, it's not in the show, but there was something that I saw on TikTok the other day. It was orange. It was Was it frozen rose orange cubes? Wait, hang on a sec. It was just the coolest thing I have ever. Okay, Google frozen rose orange cubes. I swear it is the coolest thing you've ever seen. Perfect for cocktails. You are welcome. Go and try that. It wasn't in the show, but it was literally the coolest thing that came up on my feed. Check it out. The perfect thing to add to your cocktail. Um, to add to your mimosa. Okay, so was there anything? Oh yeah. Also, one of the mothers from the Uvalde tragedy, she posted in response to some comments. She said, "My heart hurts for you. I hope you have many wonderful." No, somebody said, um, "Oh wait, hang on a minute. I put the comments the other way around. That's why I'm getting confused." So she said about Meghan, she's a genuine person. "I lost my daughter in the tragedy, and she sent the mothers of victims flowers for our first Mother's Day without our babies." And then the person responded, "I'm so sorry for your loss and thank you for sharing this." And someone said, "My heart hurts for you. I hope you have many wonderful memories. That's so sweet and thoughtful. I'm wondering, why is this not on the radar of all of the haters?" And then the mother responded by saying she kept it out of the media. She also oversaw the revamping of our community parks. Amazing. See, there's a lot that you just don't know that Meghan and Harry do behind the scenes. And again, that's what I think like triggers the haters. Like they want Harry and Meghan to be these awful people. The misery, the absolute misery. And for what? Just eating away at your own soul. You had on Good Morning Britain. I'm not even going to show it because I don't want that energy on the podcast today. But there was, Good Morning Britain. They were making fun of the rainbow platter, and they made like a crappy version of the rainbow platter from the show. Grown adults acting so juvenile, and stuff like that. It's not just about throwing vitriol and hate at Meghan. It's also about teaching other people who see that, stay in your place. Don't get any ideas. Don't be too fancy. Because if you do, we're going to shut you down and make fun of you. There was a thread on Twitter that went viral a couple of, God, this was months ago now. But it was about the way people dress. And it was, people were saying, if you, and this was in regards to like, the UK, if you are someone who you even dress up just a little bit nicer, like the comments that you get from people. Like, why would somebody adorning themselves in a certain way of dress, wanting to look glamorous, wanting to look nice, why would that trigger you? And why do you feel the need to shut them down? And it makes people feel like they can't aspire for more. Something as simple as wanting to dress better, something as simple as wanting to cook better, something as simple as dressing up your home. Oh, you're doing too much. I'm gonna do too much. This is why when you are ready for your level up journey, folks, doesn't matter who you are, where in the world you are from, when you are ready for your level up journey, know that there are some people who are going to be very uncomfortable with a new version of you. Like there's so many, like I know we're all just like enjoying the cooking show right now and enjoying the aesthetics, but there's so many lessons we can learn from this, folks. And if you're someone who feels inspired by all of this, that's fantastic. But no, when you're on that level up journey, there are going to be some people who don't like it. They're not going to like this new version of you. And you know what? Let them be haters. Let them be salty. You level up. You do the best for you. You prettify your home. You add joy to your home. You focus on whatever it is you're doing, and let the haters troll. Let them add poison to their own cups. Right, that's my life advice rant over. Was there anything else pressing? Like I said, I didn't want to go into detail into every episode because I want you to really enjoy how it all unfolds, the different stories of each episode and Meghan and her friends. But just overall, some great recipes, beautifully shot, beautiful visuals, some great DIY projects that you can try at home. Definitely, I actually feel inspired to to go back on Pinterest. Haven't been on Pinterest in the longest time. Might even book another beekeeping day. Might book a keeping some chickens day. All right. Let's get through your comments and then we will wrap things up. It is like past 1 a.m. here in the UK. Haven't done a podcast this late in a long time, but I knew I had to do a podcast today before I go to sleep. Marcia, where I love how Meghan spoke about her grandmother and mother. Yes, she did. Benjamin, you said, and that's why they throw everything but the kitchen sink at them, and they would do too if they could. Little do they know they bless them every time they act like fools. Yes, indeed. Free publicity, by the way. Free publicity. Rhonda, you said they make fun of her publicly, but I bet they try some of the things she shared privately. You know what? In their minds, their lives should look something like this. Or they believe their lives look something like this. They actually look more like this. Like this is their actual reality. Crumpled pancakes. This is their reality. Y'all, Meghan was the wake up call they were never expecting. Imagine finding out for the first time in your life that you're really just mediocre. Yes, classy, gorgeous, yummy, and beautiful. Joy, she said, I'm impressed with the knowledge that Meghan knows about so many things. She is just very talented. I mean, not new to this, true to this. I think somebody else mentioned it, but yes, that Korean fried chicken, I have to try that. And the different dips that they were making, pickled strawberries, like really? Watermelon kimchi, like really? I'm gonna try it all. Lady, did I put the Netflix link? Yes, I did. Let me put it for you again. Yeah, that saltfish recipe, I was like, wow. Yes, Benjamin, I believe this is why they don't show their kids. Like, it's protecting their identities, protecting their safety, especially while they're young. They deserve and need that protection. These absolute deranged, crazy people. Oh, Rhonda, I'm so glad you're with us too. Rahini said, did you guys hear Meghan say Harry cooks? Yes, I did. And actually, now that you mentioned Harry, where is that slide? Could have almost forgotten about this. Yes, Harry. From carrying his clothes around in bin bags, and in that straight out of Notting Hill, straight out of Compton, Notting Hill cottage, to living the sparkly mimosa life in Montecito. Like Meghan really upgraded this man's life for real. Because what is this? What type of life is this? Carrying around your stuff in bin bags when you're a whole prince? Thank you so much, Palaver Girl. Much appreciated. Joyce, their household must be magical. We can all make our households magical. You don't have to live in a mansion. Rhonda, you said that pancake looks up chunk. I have no idea what up chunk means, but yeah, it was looking funky. Kat Harlem, you said, where do you want me to send the pic? If you mentioned it earlier, I didn't get it. Send it to Squaddy Hooks um at gmail.com. You can also Instagram DM it to me as well. Yeah, that pancake looked like brains. And we're supposed to believe that the person who made that pancake has an amazing plum jam recipe. Yes, they've been going on about how Kate gave away her plum jam recipe for free. In fact, one of the GB News hosts had a whole rant about Kate's plum jam recipe. That's all they have to say about the future queen, y'all. About her jam recipe. Oh, hilarious. And Lewis, she said, I can say Megan knows her way around the kitchen. Even one of the chefs said she is good in the kitchen. and she is clean tidying as she cooks. Yeah, you can tell she's just always loved cooking. Exactly. How do you mess up a pancake? For real? Uh, they never knew that anything or anyone would walk into that institution and make them look as mediocre as they do. And that was, of course, never Megan's intention. She just fell in love. But um, this is where they are now. All that nonsense with Jason Noth, forgotten already. Waste of time. Coralita, Duchess of Success. I'm trying to join. Am I a member already? If you are a member, um, you would have a membership badge next to your name. I'm on the back end, so I can't see your membership badge here. But if you do, it should be like right next to you. Otherwise that means you're not a member. If you want to join membership though, I put here's the link to YouTube membership. And there's also a link to Buy Me a Coffee membership. I do prefer Buy Me a Coffee, can I just say? Just because YouTube takes too much of a cut. But yeah, if you want to join membership, you can join there. Thank you for asking. All right. I think that's all. Oh, Ellen Venon, thank you so much for the super sticker. You are so much appreciated. Thank you, everyone who continuously supports the channel with your donations. All of our members, you are amazing. All right, I'm going to end things there. I'm definitely watching all of this again, definitely trying all of the recipes. Cannot wait for whatever else is coming. Also, don't forget that we will be having a season 2 of Archetypes coming very, very soon. I don't know how soon we'll get season 2 of With Love, Meghan. I'm sure there will be a season 2. I hope it's twice as long. You know, this was 8 episodes and the longest was only 48 minutes. They averaged about 35 minutes each. So I hope we get more and I hope the episodes are longer. And yeah, just can't wait to see what else we're gonna get. Maybe Meghan will do. Well, I hope she does more promotion. She's done the Drew Barrymore show, done the People Mag. Lots to come. And we did also get a second email from As Ever. So definitely make sure to check your emails and read that. All right, folks, we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you tomorrow. I'm not going to play the outro, by the way, because it's so late now. I just need to go to bed. See y'all later. Ciao.